Okay, in this video, what I intend doing is to share my thoughts on something that I've seen, which has become, a bit populous on the internet space since I've not been there in real time. And that is about the attitudes of the people in our parliament, our lawmakers, so to speak. We have lower and upper parliament in our country, Nigeria. And there's some of the things I've observed. They are not too, many, I don't know how people see it, but from the perspective of civility, is the way I tend to audit such lifestyles. Nigeria gained our independence in 1960s, October 1st. And if you calculate the years, that's several decades, 6 decades plus. I believe that when we are in the parliament, moving motions as they use in this country, there should be a very keen orderliness in the room to listen to whosoever is speaking. Now, I know for sure, I haven't read their institutional guidance and policies, but I know offhand that the system was not set up by illiterates or gullible people, but they were set up by intellectuals. And I know they have got to make a position where if an individual is moving a motion or trying to share his view or thoughts on a certain subject, he's going to be given the opportunity to speak. The room should be, filled with tranquility. Only the person's voice should be heard. If you have something to share, you don't need to interject the person. You write it down as a point. When the person is done speaking, then you can pick up from there and respond with a better or robust argument or a better idea than what the person probably have shared. Why am I saying this? Now, if you go throughout the internet, maybe on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or whatever, or Instagram, you see some of the kind of attitude that is being brought under the table when our people are hosting a section, maybe on the upper parliament, the 10th Senate. Someone will be speaking, and you keep hearing almost like 6, 7 voices speaking on the background as well, disputing what the person is saying. In other words, you are not trying to make sense of what he's saying before you can respond. You are trying to be heard. You're trying to tell the person that what he wants to say is absolutely badadash or humbug. In a society where orderliness rules, even if what the person is saying is aimless, he should be given that opportunity. He was sent by certain people to go and represent them. It is when you listen to them keenly enough, if they don't make sense, you can respond with a better idea. I recall, let me use this as an example. There's I think a Kenyan marathon race runner who was sent to go and run in Europe. And during that event, the guy was running and he got tired and he fell on the ground. He wounded, blood were coming out of his leg, but he continued to run. Others have already preceded him and got to the finish line. In other words, they have won. But he continued to run. He keeps on running to get to the finish line. So when he gets there, the interviewers came to him asking, I think his name is Steven or something like that, why did you continue the race when you know that other people has already won the race? He said, my people did not send me, I think, is it 7,000 miles away to come and win the race, but to come and finish the race. When you don't listen to an individual that was sent by his people to come and represent them, you don't want them to finish the race. You want them to win the race. In other words, you want them to be the most intelligent person in the room, such that every statement they make should be better than that of Shakespeare or Aristotle or Socrates. You have to give the person the plenary authority to speak his mind, even if it's aimless, to your own perspective. The room should be quiet. I've had the opportunity to watch different section of parliament, or you can call it state, what is it called? Lawmakers. There are sections across the world. It doesn't matter if it's that of the United States of America. It doesn't matter if that of the Japanese. It doesn't matter if that of the Chinese people, and so on and so forth. And one of the things I've been able to drive home by consistently looking at those people is the level of tranquility that is brought under the table when these people are making their speeches, or they are moving their motion, as we use in this part of the world. So it doesn't, to some extent, make sense that a well-grown-up man in his 50s or 40s is trying to share his thoughts and is being interjected left and right, shunned left and right. That's not how a civilized society behaves. I think if it is not in the institutional backup or policy that guides the parliament, it should be that a certain individual, when they stand up to make a motion, they should be given the opportunity to speak for a certain time. And once that time has not been exhausted or has not elapsed, nobody should interject them, even if what they are saying is nonsensical. That's a proof of intelligence. That's a proof of wisdom. You see, that's what I've seen, because I keep on saying, it doesn't matter if it is in lower parliament or the upper parliament. We keep seeing this thing as though we're having this kind of like a fight. Nobody is there to fight. We are there to share our thoughts on what should move the country forward. Why that is very, very imperative is because that office, that place called parliament, almost determine how the entire system of this country functions. And if anything goes wrong there, it sporadically goes to every other aspect of our life. There is no reasonable bill that is being signed into law that does not go through the lower and the upper parliament. In other words, that place has to be filled with a lot of highly articulate experts who pay attention to what is happening. It's just like a doctor who is trying to carry out an operation on a patient. You have to be very attentive. There's a time for play. There's a time for real deal. Each time you arrive into the parliament, it's a time for real deal. Beyond that, I've seen people, even if they are not being interjected, when somebody is moving a motion, you have like 2-3 people or 2 people, facing themselves, discussing. I don't know what they are discussing. Probably my son went to Cambridge this week and my daughter went somewhere. And someone is sharing an idea that is going to shape the entire life of the citizens of this particular country. You don't need to do that. You were not sent there to come and have a conversation with other people when somebody is talking. You are sent there to listen. So when I go back home to whosoever sent me, because obviously people send them, they can now share with them and say, this and this and this was the motion that XYZ senator made when I was there. And this was my own thoughts. This is what I shared. If you don't pay attention, you wouldn't get what they are saying. This continues to happen. I keep hearing people say, stop. They're hitting their, I don't know what that is called. They are hitting it on there. Say stop. No. It's only a 2-year-old boy that you respond to that way. You should know when to stop. If you are told stop, just one statement, stop, is enough. You don't even need nobody to tell you to stop. There should be a maximum time. If they need, we are living in a digital era, there should be a wall clock that is big, such that when you are making your motion, probably you don't want to look at your wrist. You can look up there and say, my time is 5 minutes. So when I want to make my motion as I speak, I try to look at there to observe the time and know when it's quite approaching to the end, when it is getting to the end. So when the time elapses or you exhaust your time, you sit down. Nobody will have the time to tell you no. And if anybody, for whatever reason, does not adhere to the rule, the person should forthwith be fired. Nobody is above the law. The law is supreme to every one of us in this country. People should be fired. People should be charged for interjecting other people while they are making motions. You could even take the entirety of their monthly payment. And their monthly pay, you take it. So that they will understand that we are not here to play. We're here for real business. Until this is done, then anytime you come to the parliament, you're having a section to discuss real tangible idea. People are still going to look at it as something that doesn't make no sense. And why is it most of the time when you look at the upper and the lower parliament, you don't see people there? There's a few individuals there. Where are others? They are in Dubai, they are in France. What are they doing there? And they get paid every month. Go and look at the European parliament. Go and look at the Japanese parliament. Go and look at that of the American parliament. Go and look at that of the Netherlands, the Germans. Whenever they are having a section, everywhere is filled up. Everybody is there. So what is the essence that we have about 109 in lower and upper, above 100. But when you come to the room, you don't have more than 30 people. What does that mean? But at the end of the day, we're going to use the money from the treasury account and pay them. I don't understand that. You are paid for your work. And your work is that we know you are sound mentally. We know you can make laws that we try to put the citizen in the right path and the right direction. That's why we put you there. That's why we sent you there. We did not send you there to go and travel to Dubai while people are here making motions or what to be done. So after the month, we send you money. We don't do that. This is a sovereign state. It is not a one-man's country. I think this is something that all of us should begin to pay attention to. And beyond that, there's something else I've seen. I wanted to share my idea on that. I've written a little about that and posted it there. Which is, I don't know how they're going to see it, but the fact is, this is a modern era. We can't condone wearing agbada in the parliament. No. It does not exude that high-level intelligence. In this stage, we should be all wearing suits. If you don't want to wear a suit, wear a shirt and put on your tie. If you say you want to make sure that you buy your clothes and, patronize Nigeria, you can use Adire and what is it called again? You can use it to make suits. It's not a must that you have to import the fabric from China or from France or from Germany. You can get it from Nigeria and then turn it in suit. I see a guy, Renault Mokri. This is where we tend to part way. He always advised people to wear, agbada and all. I don't like. It's not like I don't like it, but agbada is made for traditional. If you are going for traditional marriage or for a ceremony of such. But when you are in for business, such as coming to the lower or the upper parliament to debate out issues, you should put on suits. Imagine a lawmaker trying to move a motion and his agbada one is 5 times. You are holding a paper. You speak in 2 minutes. No. When you're putting, you look smart. And you put it, you can read it out. I've seen one of the guys I've observed there. What's his name? Someone. He's a northerner. He's always on suit. I commend him for that. And you can say, oh, agbada is our tradition. No, that's not tradition. If you know history, agbada, that is Arab attire. Senator, Arab attire. So the Chinese people from the onset were not putting on suits in their parliament. So the Chinese people, if you go to their country right now, they were not putting on suits and shirts. Their ancestral dress was as big as that of a masquerade in my community. But today, you see all of them, they are putting on suits. You can't go to your parliament, everybody's dressed on suits. It's not about the culture, it's about the time you are in. You need to exude modernity. So there's no need of putting on, if you want to wear agbada on Sunday, you can go. If you're going to the mosque, you can wear your agbada or wear your senator. But when you're coming to the parliament, you put on your suit or your shirt. That's, when you look at it, then you will understand that this is it. This is how systems will function. Even in the corporate industry, this should also be encouraged. You can imagine you wearing agbada in a company and all of these your gorgeous clothes that people love to wear, even in the academia, professors, people wearing abada, saying all this. In the academia, all you need to put on shirts or put on suit. If you're going to the class, you take off your shirt, you take off your jacket, your suit, and you put on shirt. You go teach. What that says is, I'm ready for modality. I'm ready for advancement. I'm ready to compete head-on with every other countries in the world. That's why if you go to any country that is excelling anywhere in the world, they are not preoccupied by the dressing of their ancestors. They are preoccupied by the dressing of modality, which is suit. It doesn't matter how you make it. But if you want to use your own attire, do it here, but turn it into suit. If you have something superior, you go with that. I try to make this video because there's something I saw today. That's why I'm trying to do this video. And if we implement this, if you come to the parliament, you're gonna look like great. This is it. Very intelligent guys. When somebody making motion, nobody's talking. People are listening. People are taking down points. They are going to respond to questions and interjection or whatever. They're putting down. Rather than when somebody is talking, you are talking back. Everybody else is talking. Or when someone is moving in motion, some people are there discussing about ideas, what happened in their family or not. No, that's not what we sent you there to do. We don't want to send you there because we know you are better than us. You have some kind of understanding about how the system functions than we do. So we want you to go stand there to make the law for us. So it should be in our own interest to tell you when you are not doing what we sent you there to do. So this is just my own thought on this idea of what is happening in Parliament. I'm not talking about whether they are debating. I say no matter the kind of issue they are debating, give that person the opportunity to speak. Let nobody talk. And while somebody is talking, if two people are discussing ideas or whatever, they should be charged. And if they do it for more than 3 times, they should be voted out of the parliament. They will never work there again. They will never serve no more. Let them go home. Let them go, and if they are market women in market, let them go back home and have whatever, if they like, the best balance with their friends as much as they like. So whenever somebody is talking, everybody pays attention. And everybody comes to the parliament, not 10 people, 15 people. All of the 100 people should come every time that the section is being held. Every person should be there. Once that is in place, you figure out that the system will begin to take a new shape. All of this is what they call institutional reforms. We've been told everywhere you go in the world that the reason why some countries go fast to industrial development and why other people remain in stagnation is because of institutional reforms and how it is implemented. That lofty audacity to implement institution the way it is written, it what makes a country excel. It is not that it is written, because what I'm saying now, I can bet you with my life. I didn't want to do the research. I wanted to do research, but I know offhand that it is there. It is in their policy that nobody should interject anybody when he's making motion. But they do it anyway. In other words, it's not implemented. It is written. If it is written and not implemented, it is of no use. I don't see the people who will come together, our founding fathers, and they're trying to create that kind of system. And I would say that anybody who wants to discuss why somebody is making emotions should go ahead and discuss. Or why somebody is making emotion, everybody should, interject the person. Try to bring in, they will never do that. They probably have to write, when somebody is making emotion, nobody else interjects him until he's done. Then people will now begin to bring in their own new ideas and questions. The implementation of this is what makes country excel. So this is what I saw, and this is what I'm going to actually share on how we can actually implement a better one if we don't have it yet. It's just a simple thing. We're all grown-up men and women. So we have to tell ourselves, like, even if I'm in the upper parliament right now, if I'm seated there, it doesn't matter what somebody's saying. I'm going to pay attention. Even if the person is rambunctiously asserting the things that even a preschooler would not in the normal day say, I'm going to pay attention. Someone sent him. A people sent him. There's something he's saying. He's representing the people. They know the reason why they picked him and sent him over there. Now, it is my own interest as part of the lawmaker to say, sir, this is not good. When he is done, I think this is the best way it should be implemented. I think this is the best thing we should do. And nobody will interject me while I'm talking. So when I'm done, I'm going to sit down next to other people. So whenever you put out a video there and people see this section of our parliament, they're going to be like, this is our well civilized people. Because the video I saw, I was hearing somebody on the background saying we are making a mess of ourselves to the world. Because they know that the video is going to be published out there. If you know that, why should people be doing that? This is my own thought. If there's anything else, I've not seen anything else that is wrong with the parliament. They are doing absolutely amazing. Just this little thing. Once they put it in order, we'll be better than other countries of the world. And we'll be on par with the most developed countries of the world. That's my own thoughts. Don't forget, I remain Captain Africa, aka Kelechi Ogbonna. See you guys in another video. Bye for now.